Okay, I'll deal with that question. Can I deal with Katie's question as well in relation to the links with COVID and climate change? Look, I think there are basically three groups of people, and it's linked with COVID. There were those who were COVID deniers, conspiracy theorists, and a lot of them are climate change deniers. You've got a lot of people who understood what's happening with COVID, understand what's happening with climate change, took up the vaccines, want to tackle climate change. And there's a lot of people in the middle who aren't sure, and so they need persuading. And what we have to do as politicians is to almost be like teachers, work with the experts to explain, just like we did with the pandemic, which led to many lives being saved, including in Argentina with the great rollout of the vaccines and in Buenos Aires, explain climate change. So in the UK, the 12 hottest periods in the history since records began have been since 2013. How do you explain 40 degrees Celsius in London when normally, if we're lucky, we get 24 degrees? How do you explain China this year having the most extreme heat waves since records began? Loretta was telling me some of the temperatures you had here in the recent past. How do you explain that? How do you explain the fires we've seen across Western Europe and Australia and the USA? How do you explain the flooding we have seen? What's your response to 99% of the scientists who explain the links between fossil fuels, carbon emissions, and climate change? And frankly speaking, the small minority who denied COVID exists, who are conspiracy theorists, who are climate change deniers, they're a waste of time. They're never going to be persuaded. But the middle group may listen to them and believe they're nonsense. So we as politicians have got to work with the experts to explain what is happening and use the opportunity created by the crisis to give hope and provide the solutions we're providing. It's really important we do that. I think lazy politicians play on people's fears.